Hey everybody. Okie doke.
Sweet, and then the blogger.
Blogger.
That's a bit hard.
Gonna be the soundtrack to this game. Well, not so much game, just well, I'm talking on the hangout. God, Horner's beard is terrible. I'm sorry, I do not approve of beards like everybody else seems to.
It doesn't beard.
No.
Chicks did that.
No, no, no. I'm not accepting this. So what else we got in the house here? We'll just get rid of this link. Nobody else yet. But hopefully we're gonna have a good one. Hopefully Russia ends up being somewhat decent. I'm not entirely convinced. Trying to get more guys in here. I've already got Andrew the Blade coming in. I've already got Jackhammer coming in. I think I've got talk of Andrew the Blade coming in as well. So I've sent them all links. So here's hoping we can sort something else. Oh god, such a rimming of Ricardo. Marco. Yeah, I'm watching the BBC, by the way, guys, in case you're wondering. It's easier on the internet this way. Right, should we on Facebook and all that? Just gotta wait for the folks to get here. Just a moment. Oh, it's Dilk. Mr. I don't break out of my comfort zone. Also, I'm seeing Ghostbusters stuff turning up here from Williams with a giant funnel. What's going on back here? This is for Jules. Oh, it's the national anthem. Okay. You don't normally see all the drivers in the front row like that, though. Oh, there you go. Thought so. Bernie's looking down and on like it's a Miss America contest. John Tott's in the house. Yeah, the whole thing's just a bit awkward. Like, it's not really a minute silence. It's not really a tribute. It's just like a photoshopped sign on the track and a bunch of people in a circle. It's a bit weird. Only the best. Of course, obviously though, get well soon, Jules. We're all fighting. We're all fighting for you. We're all fighting with you. We're all behind you.
There you go.
And there's the Russian national anthem. I don't get it.
You can spell the racism.
Ah, for Mother Russia. And like Daniel Kvyat, the only dude in there singing, obviously. Well, yeah, I can't say I'm surprised or anything. Yeah.
Anyone actually know the lyrics?
Really? You mean the only Russian in the field would be the only guy that knew the lyrics?
Yeah.
God, my mind is blown by this.
I know I'm shifting about.
Hi Thomas in the chat. It's back. I've an artist is in the chat as well. Hi Dre. And the friends ain't got here yet, but I sent DMs around, so hopefully they'll get a hold of them soon.
You
So just bear with me on this one. I don't know if it's a Google problem in general, but even so, I don't mind watching the race by myself if it really came down to it. It wouldn't be fun and all that, but you know, the fun is of the people coming around here.
That's cool. Okay.
Oh,
You missed it on board.
nice planes coming out. Oh, there you go. That's fantastic. This one's for you, Jules. Now let's go racing. If there's one thing I do admire about this sport is that even in the midst of such terrible times, people do come together, which is always nice to see, even if it's only brief. And you know, yeah, when you think about it deep down, it is a family. They're our band of brothers, and you know, they support their own, which is good to see.
Oh, that's cool.
Uh,
On board.
Oh, Mullen's here. It says, this event looks as if it's been run for years, but the opening ceremony plus that tribute was slightly odd. Yeah, like I've never seen all the drivers at the front of the grid before doing a national anthem. I thought that was a bit weird. But yeah, you know. Oh, there we go. Bottas Hamilton lap comparison. Because Bottas was ahead for the first two sectors of this. The banter continued. Like David saying, odds of Maldonado crashing high. More unlikely, especially given it's a brand new track. The Hangout invite's not working. Jeez, I sent the links out via DMs like 10 minutes ago. Oh, God, see, I'm really tired as well because like I better wait for a grand total of about 15 minutes. I am kind of shattered at the moment, to be honest. I think the fact this race is a little bit earlier than the average Grand Prix doesn't help either, to be honest. It's like, wait, what do you mean this race starts at 12? Watching the BBC website should be a slight delay. Oh, I get it. Jack Hammond said he'd be a little bit delayed. Okay. Tom Bardsley might get on as well. That'd be nice to see. Hold that fort, Tom, if you're listening. Hold that fort. I might bring on some new people, mainly because the usual folk all seem to be a bit busy, or just on here. Oh God, what's got it all wrong in that last corner? Yeesh. No wonder. I didn't see qualifying. I was out getting my hair cut yesterday. Why did Bottas have to butcher that last corner? Oh, ran out of grip. James Buckley asking, are you watching BBC or Sky? I'm watching on the BBC live. I didn't want to double dip on the stream and lag behind a little bit. And, I only really do this when the BBC races are on because it's just so much easier. So, yeah, I'm watching on the BBC's end on this one. Also got stuff saying, Lydia's here. Hi, Lydia. Saying Greatest Race is going to be good. I hope so. It would be a nice way to. It would be a nice distraction if the race was actually really good, I suppose. But yeah, let me know let me know who you guys think are going to get on the podium as well. I'd love to hear what you guys think. It should be called Dre Watches the 2014 Russian Grand Prix. Oh, gee, thanks, Dave. Oh, Putin in the house. Putin's actually going to watch. Cool. Mind you, to all the talk of if it being Sochi and all that, the Winter Olympics were pretty cool in the end. So I guess it's kind of nice. Bless Iran. We have company, I think.
Afternoon.
Andrew, good to see you, sir. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Dead. Nah. if not half asleep, but we're going to get through this. Yeah, being up for the MotoGP this morning has kind of wrecked me, but I am back. We'll soldier on through this.
There was so much motorsport on this morning. I couldn't pick and needed sleep, so I just cut my losses. Yeah,
Bathurst. Obviously, this is a little bit earlier than the average Grand Prix at 12. We had MotoGP in the morning. We got the BTCC Championship finale just today as well. It is a con. And also, usually we've got the NFL games at 6 o'clock as well. So it's a loaded day of sport. My God.
There's WEC Fuji this morning as well, which I think they actually got properly running, unlike last year.
Okay. Neat.
Last year was, well, similar to what they feared for last weekend, that the rain would just wash out the whole Grand Prix or the whole race. You'd have about half an hour running behind the safety car, and that would how they declare the result.
Yeah.
So there was a precedent for it before going into last week.
Yeah, no kidding. I spelled exhaust. E-E-X. Hang on, yeah. I'm spelling H-A-U-S-T. There you go. There you go. All right. So 5 minutes till race start. Do you reckon it's going to be a Mercedes takeoff going into turn one, and it's just those two going at it again while Bottas leads the best of the rest chase?
Yeah, I can't see anything apart from the result being as you are on the grid.
Yeah.
Lewis just looks that step above everybody else this weekend, maybe with it being new track, step into the unknown.
Yeah.
Having that extra bit of speed over your teammate just kind of exaggerated more. Yeah, I think the top three should be the top three at the end of the race.
Let's see. Let's look in the comments here real quick. Sean Smith reckons Rosberg, Bottas, Hamilton. Okay, maybe I'm Hamilton mistaken there. Maybe Hamilton, Bottas, Kvyat from Thomas Wilson. Well, Kvyat starting from a career high 5th, so that could be one to look out for if that Toro Rosso has got any decent pace at all. That'll be one to keep an eye on. Ryan83 going Bottas, Hamilton, Rosberg, and you put a slash for Button in there as well, starting from 4th. Which would be another cool one as well. But yeah, okay. Some interesting thoughts across the board there. I'll get Tom Stanley in here in a minute. Have a look here. What's he saying on my Twitter page here? So I might give it. He said he might, mate. Give me a few minutes and I'll pop in. All right. Let's just send him a DM real quick.
He moved to Italy when he was a youngster. He's karting. His parents saw the opportunity that he was really a talent that needed developing, and Italy is the home.
Greetings.
Championships, if you like. And that
Master Troll, how are you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. I had to rush, but I'm okay.
Valtteri Bottas, though, lining up in third.
You might want to turn your PC down a bit there.
No, he's
Got
only
it. Where's after? Sorry.
Fernando Alonso in the drivers' title race at the moment, so an opportunity for him
Coming
to
up strong on the microphone.
Williams to in the constructors' points. But Lewis Hamilton
Is that better?
just needs one more
Not
victory.
really.
It's credit.
I'm nice.
The British record,
Yeah, you can hit the BBC commentary over the top.
3 wins, is today.
I'll turn it, mute it down.
Yeah. No.
69th front row start, and it's turning into an amazing season for Hamilton. He had a mid-season.
Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah.
I mean, who really listens to the BBC commentary anyway?
That's a good point. That is a very good point.
I still found it shocking how long that it took them to cotton on to Jules' accident in Japan.
Yeah, that was
It was a bit embarrassing at the time.
a little bit, but I can understand why, because you couldn't see Bottas's
Yeah,
crash on the TV cameras, and they didn't show the replay, obviously. So, obviously, once they found out that Bianchi was hurt, they're not going to show a replay. So,
No.
I can understand why they were confused. I mean, a lot of us who were watching the race were confused as well.
I heard about it I saw it on Twitter that it was Bianchi, big accident.
Yep.
But I still couldn't see it. I was like, where?
Mhm.
But then I found out how bad it was.
Of course. We've got Deputy Prime Minister of Russia in the box alongside Charlie Whiting. Yes, Kvyat will win.
Just put mobile roadblocks in front of everyone else.
Yeah, you'll just see that. You'll see, like those really weird British parking spaces. Just like the pole just shoots up at the end once the green lights go out.
Yeah.
Apart from computer space. So Sasha, what do you reckon for a podium, mate? Since you're a bit late coming
The
up.
podium. Well, Hamilton win, Rosberg second, and I'm going to go for Magnussen third. I'm feeling lucky for him.
K-Mag, stop from what, 10th?
He needs it.
His seat's on the line, so yeah, it's he needs a good performance from 11th place. Top 11 all on soft compound tyres. Sergio Perez, the highest runner on the medium compound to start. Sutil, Hulkenberg, Massa, Kobayashi, Chilton, and Maldonado all also on the medium tyres from 17th down. So keep half an eye on the Hulk as well, I'd say later on.
Am I the only one who was under the impression Vettel was going to change his engine because Red Bull were poor here anyway?
They were going to change their engine, but they didn't have the parts available on the weekend, so they're going to take the penalty at Austin in 2 weeks' time.
Okay.
That's what I was told, at least, anyway. But yeah, they were going to do it this weekend, but like a lot of things Red Bull related this season, just hasn't quite worked out that way.
You know how Coulthard is still always going on about how the Red Bull chassis and aero package is just as good as Mercedes, but I don't buy that. I think Mercedes has got even better aero as well.
Yeah, like the engine isn't making up half a second a lap here. Let's be real with each other. You know, like it's not as bad as that. Even tracks like Monza, like it wasn't as bad as that. Tom Stanley in the house.
Afternoon.
How you doing, sir?
Not doing bad, mate. How about you?
Half asleep, but we're going to make the most of this. So, quick prediction, Stanley, for the podium.
Ooh. I think the top 3 as it is.
Okay, so Hamilton, Rosberg, Rosberg, Bottas. Okay. I'm going to be boring and say exactly what you're saying here, Tom. I don't see anyone else getting in that top 3.
Yeah.
If someone outside the top 3 does, it'll probably be Nando because that's just what Nando does more often than not. But nice touch on the grid there from the F1 as well there. Yeah, well soon, Jules. All right, let's do this. Let the Formula One Russian Revolution begin. Caterham's messing up on the grid box apparently. Right, here we go.
Here we go.
For the mother Russia!
Good start for Lewis.
Start for Lewis. Rosberg files in.
Well, he's coming through.
Well, let's go for, here comes Danny Ricciardo. Ferrari getting pushed out wide. Rosberg.
He's got him.
Oh, lock up! Has he made it? Oh, he's cut the
well, if they do similar to GP2 yesterday, that might be a bit of a telling off.
Yeah. What is going on here with Ricciardo and the Toro Rossos? It's mayhem in the midfield here. Sebastian Vettel's got off to a good start by the looks of it.
Why am I surprised how narrow this track is when it's a street track?
Yeah.
It's practically a street track. Yeah, Vettel's ahead of Ricciardo now. Ricciardo's had an awful start. He's down to 10th. Kvyat's...
Magnussen's not doing well.
Magnussen is up to 6th place.
Come on, K-Mag.
Magnussen at the start of the year, quite frankly, up 5 places. I have no idea who gained what from taking the track advantages and whatnot, but Vettel around the outside maybe. Oh, Kvyat locking a break up.
Oh, boys!
Oh dear.
That could have been all sorts of Ask If Fem related abuse.
That Rosberg letting Hamilton back through.
Yeah. Good sportsmanship there from Rosberg. Maybe, I don't know if it was told that, but whatever.
Yeah, I think he was told over team radio.
Yeah. Vettel looking all over the back of Kvyat now. Kvyat, do the honourable thing and don't struggle with this, yeah?
He has to put on some sort of show because he's...
That Rosberg pit.
Oh, hello.
Rosberg's in!
He must have destroyed his tyres.
Must have been the normal...
Someone else coming in as well.
Oh, that's a Williams. That's the Williams.
Massa in.
Massa in as well.
I think.
So they just hate the soft tyres?
Is that a strategy change? Just
it must be.
I can see why Massa's doing it. He's at the back anyway, and with the lack of deg that we're seeing this weekend,
but Massa's on the hard no.
I think that's how low the deg are. Is you can run the option tyre for a ridiculously long amount of time.
Very, very circuit of the Americas then. Oh, Vettel.
Ooh.
And those spots Kvyat and Ricciardo's going to have a look as well in a minute. Not quite. But Vettel up into 8th place, I think. That's 7th place, actually. My bad. Kimi Räikkönen back there as well, having half a look. And Ricciardo's now through as well.
Well, Rosberg must have had a problem because it was a 6.5 second stop.
Yeah, what happened there, I wonder?
6.5 it's not enough for a front wing change, so I don't know what it would be.
Probably would be a bit more than that, yeah.
Pit crew not ready, perhaps?
Maybe. Oh, Jackhammer is here. Didn't see you there. Hi, Jonas.
Hello, guys.
How you doing, sir?
Pretty good. First time racing on Sochi, so it's gonna be interesting to watch.
Yeah, did you make that bonkers start, by the way?
I sort of expected more corner cutting at the first turn.
More?
Yeah, like it
wasn't enough already. Also, just got the word on the team radio. Rosberg is planning to go all the way to the end on the prime tyres.
Banter.
Good luck with him.
if he can
52
make
laps,
that.
everybody.
Good luck with that.
What? You know what? He's doing it because why the hell not? I didn't even realise John Eric Burns now in 5th place.
That's the thing with the Mercedes. They can do whatever strategy they want, and the minimum they're going to get is second.
Yeah. Also, apparently Sebastian Vettel's got a battery problem, which wouldn't surprise me in the least. As Magnussen comes through on Vern, runs him all the way to the outside.
Come on, come on. Still sub our side.
Eric's not giving this up!
Oh, that's a good move. He can make it. Nice
Yeah,
move.
got it. Good racing.
Nice move, Vern. He wants
Good
a seat next year.
Give that man a drive. Shit.
He deserves a seat as well.
No doubt in my mind. And, oh, here comes Sebastian Vettel now. He's joining this pack.
Shut off.
No. There must be great justice for glorious nation of Sebastian Vettel.
I guess the good thing about tracks where it's the first time, they don't know the overtaking spots.
Yeah, so they're just going to go for it everywhere.
Go for it every
Come
corner.
on, Anderson. DRS.
Here comes K-Mag. Again, and this time it's going to be easy peasy. Alright, Vern, do the honourable thing here. No! You know what's happening next, don't you, John Eric? 2 Red Bulls behind you. What do you think's going to happen?
Well, he probably let Ricardo through, but not Vettel, as he's going to
Vern's not contracted to Red Bull anymore, so he just might just go screw it and hold them.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we don't owe you shit no more. So yeah, we got Hamilton, Bottas there, and Alonso up there in 4th as well. And let's see what happens here, DRS-wise.
Seeing all those Red Bull sponsor cars just reminds me of Neo. If you're watching it back, it's like the Radicals online, and then you got the Radical Racing all together.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Oh, hang on.
Then just cut that corner.
Cut the corner. I'm seeing a pattern emerging here. Okay, so we've got Raikkonen now in the back of that group as well. Here's a replay at the start now.
Just got an almighty start. Look at Alonso. Is that Alonso going through?
Yeah, the problem is that start really benefits the guy in second because of how long the rundown is towards turn 2. The Rosberg just shuffled in behind and tried to make that move.
Oh, those Red Bulls are so close. Raikkonen had to back out.
Yeah, Jesus. Who cut that first corner?
Rosberg. Oh, is that Toro Rosso as well?
Yeah, Toro Rosso. I think one of the Red Bulls did as well. It may have been Ricciardo. I'm not sure which one. But yeah, there was a couple of cuts in there for sure. On board now with Nico.
Oh, this is going to be interesting to watch.
Here we go. Already at 180 miles an hour, 190 now coming towards turn 2.
And lock.
Oh!
Oh dear.
And cut the corner, because he does what he wants.
Yeah, not a hope in hell of making that corner.
No.
Here's it from Hamilton's point of view.
And then...
Yep.
Ooh.
Says Alex Harding tweets me saying, hang on, yep, Rosberg's pit stop as well. What happened here? Oh, hello.
Had to wait for a car. Had to wait for Massa.
Yeah, had to wait for a safer release point there. Felipe Massa.
Wow.
You certainly may or not have heard my brother on that one there.
Felipe's one fan.
Yep. Sergio Perez has half a look at Kvyat here. Shame Toro Rosso's not been able to continue their qualifying pace into the race. It looks like they're not quite up there in terms of race trim.
Gutierrez in P12 is not bad for him either.
Hey, Esteban.
Oh, big lockup. Listening to 5 Live, Dre, there's a radio message to Vettel that you probably won't like.
Which
Apparently,
was?
he's been told to set his system to charge 4 urgently.
Oh.
Oh,
Does that count as performance over the radio stuff?
yeah, so much for that, innit? Apparently, you are allowed to have battery-related talk for safety reasons.
Toro Rosso.
Ooh.
On here.
These guys have got no chill for their teammates whatsoever this round.
If Fern takes out Fiat, you're gonna see some
Well, he's gonna be killed.
serious shit go down.
He'll be killed. It's as simple as that.
Hamilton fastest lap. Bottas is not a million miles behind here in terms of pace. Only maybe a couple of attempts a lap so far. Vettel and Ricciardo still playing each other second fiddle here, and then you got this enormous pack here in the midfield. Button on the radio now. Yeah, Button knows Alonso's on the prowl. Vettel probably for the best if you let Ricciardo through here. And that's something I never thought I would say. It pains me to say it does the team no benefit by keeping Vettel ahead if he's got to charge.
Oh, it's gone wide. There you go.
No. Vettel's having none of that.
What is this slowing Ricardo down?
Or is Vettel really going that slowly? I don't know. DRS now for Ricciardo.
No difference.
Not really. Okay, so yeah, Vettel's having none of Ricciardo's stuff this round at least.
The thing, what happens with this is that if any other driver on the grid does this to their teammate, it's no problem because it's Vettel.
Yeah. How dare he hold up Daniel Ricciardo? Driver.
If Raikkonen did this, people would be cheering.
Go on to me! Yeah, Formula 1 works in mysterious ways. John-Eric Verne's still in range, about a second back there, and then he's got Raikkonen and Kvyat right behind him. But these two are already 17 seconds off the lead through 7 laps.
Where's Rosberg up to?
18.
About 17. He's 34 seconds behind Hamilton.
Jeez.
That's not bad.
Well, you got to assume that Hamilton's going to be pitting twice, so that isn't bad at all, actually.
The gap is increasing though with track position. If you think he's got to battle through a lot of crap.
Yeah, and his tires are gonna be quite done near the end, to say the least.
Ricciardo teammate is he's losing a lot of time. Ricciardo's essentially saying, "Please give me team orders." Red Bull don't do team orders, bruh. Well.
Can we say Ricciardo's a baby now for asking him to get out of the way?
Of course not, because he's Daniel Ricciardo. Yeah, he's Saint Ricciardo. Everything he does is perfect.
And how can you say no to that happy chappy?
Watch me.
He's still in range. You still can see him. Button's lost a lot of time, but
Yeah,
Alonso hasn't really made any progress. Looking strong for McLaren in battle with Force India, not even in the points yet.
Looking very good for McLaren here. They're in a very tight scrap for 5th in the constructors with Force India.
Well, I think McLaren's cars now, they made a big step forward this weekend.
By the looks of it, I mean, Jensen looks like a legitimate 3rd right now.
Have you heard that McLaren will run the Honda engine in this year's chassis first before putting it in next year's car?
Interesting.
I have.
When are they going to do that? Abu Dhabi?
Eric Boulier was a bit non-committal, I'll say. He said it could be Abu Dhabi, it could be Jerez, it could be Barcelona. We just don't know yet.
Oh.
Which, there's several ways you could read into that.
He's even cryptic. He's talking in riddles.
It'll be Abu Dhabi if they're not in a fight with any other team, but they will be, so it'll be correct.
Don't know if you guys have spoken about this before, but Lotus going to Mercedes engines. That's gonna make Renault sort of disappear from the grid, apart from the Red Bull and Toro Rosso. I think those two cars only.
I think Lotus have got a little bit of money again.
From where?
I don't know, but they're hiring again.
Maldonado.
I speak as someone who was looking for a job this time last year, and Lotus were offering absolutely nothing. They've started offering jobs in recruiting again.
Oh, nice. Okay. I guess that is a good sign.
Not that I'm looking for a job now because I'm very happy what I'm doing, but I just it was on Twitter on their account that they're looking for peeps, which is good. Always a good sign.
It is a good sign, yeah. If you're struggling for money, you're not going to be taking on more people to increase your workload. If anything, it's the opposite. So, yeah, I guess that is good news. Good times at the Enstone branch if they switched into Mercedes power next year. That was officially confirmed a couple of days ago. Will certainly help out. You know, Lotus have had a ton of engine problems all season. So, yeah. Bottas looking good out there right now. Still only 2.8 behind Hamilton at the moment. But I don't know how much of that. I don't know how much of that is Hamilton sandbagging, but who knows?
That's the thing. He doesn't have to push against Bottas. He just needs to try and keep pace, keep the tyres a good nip. Because if Rosberg's gonna go all the way to the end, he just look up these tyres on his first stint. Then he's got better tyres on if he only has to make one pit stop.
Indeed. And for all the talk about how Daniel Ricciardo is losing so much time, apparently, he's not really doing anything to try and get past Sebastian at this point.
I think he's just trying to keep the car cool down.
Yeah, I think he'll probably be saving a little bit of fuel to boost past Vettel when Vettel goes into the pits or something.
Just do it, yeah, exactly. Just do it at the pit stops. It's simple.
Yeah. It's not there's not really a threat coming from behind.
So, I don't think they're going to be able to catch anyone in front, so...
Yeah, looks like Magnussen is starting to close in a little bit on Magnussen is starting to close in on Alonso.
Sweet.
Ricciardo getting quite close to the back of Vern's car now. If only Ferrari had a bit more power in their cars, that'd be very, very intriguing. Further down, Rosberg now up to 15th place. He's past Felipe Massa.
Oops.
Next in line is Romain Grosjean.
That'll be fun.
Button 12 seconds back, Alonso another 3.5 seconds back, and now another 3.5 back to Magnussen.
Now, this is interesting because Ericsson is ahead of Suttil.
What?
What?
That's what I'm thinking. Ericsson's looked strong this weekend for once.
Oh no.
No, don't.
Terminal.
Just a week from hell for Marussia. The only car they're running today is out. Wow. Awful.
There goes their home race.
Alonso against the McLarens. Is it more Alonso backing into Magnussen than Magnussen catching Alonso? Because Button seems to have pulled away.
Yeah,
maybe it's a bit of, or maybe it's a bit of both.
It's a bit of both.
I think it's a bit of both. Yeah, I mean, looks like Madison's got a bit of something here.
Yeah, Ricardo's now nearly 2 seconds behind Vettel.
Maybe they've told him to ease off. That happens a lot. If you can't pass a guy, they'll tell you to take the 2-second gap instead and avoid the dirty air. That happened a lot with Mercedes at Monza, after all.
True.
40-second gap between Hamilton and Rosberg. Rosberg in 14th place behind Hulkenberg.
Remember the days when Force India was challenging for podiums? That was fun. As many have predicted, Force India just haven't got the money to develop over a season.
I think 2009 Hungary and Monza were one of the weirdest weekends I've ever seen.
Remind me what happened.
You know, the Force Indias, because they were like lower midfield, and then they were the fastest car in those two.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Fischer kind of had a podium there, I mean, as Daniel Ricciardo goes into the pits. Could this possibly be an undercut?
It was not only that, Luca Badoa who was racing.
Oh yes, of course. Good times. I wonder if this is a Red Bull Ricciardo undercut attempt here. Just
Chilton reported a very sharp vibration on his front left, so either something's broken on his suspension or brake disc, because he might have got a little bit of pickup. That's from 5 Live.
Awful luck to Mercia. There's having a bad weekend, and there's what's happened to Mercia this weekend. It's dreadful. And Ricardo's come out right behind Gutierrez, which isn't good.
Like Gutierrez is difficult to pass.
Hey, ask Romain Grosjean in Monza.
Yes, but the Lotus is god awful.
This is also true. There's Chilton out of the car.
Oh, dear.
Keep the faith, boys. Keep the faith. I would hate the morale in that camp must just be rock bottom right now. Just awful. Jules in the hospital. A year almost to the day since Maria Di Valotta passed away, and only running one car, and then Chilton has a terminal error 12 laps in. Just awful. Back up the front. There's Lewis. Bottas still in range. Not a million miles away.
I think he's just waiting to pounce that Hamilton does have a problem. You know how, Bottas has been quite rock solid all season, and Mercedes have had a few faults here and there.
Bottas is using a little bit more fuel.
Hamilton best in the field on fuel right now.
It has been all year, to be honest.
Yeah, Mercedes have been very good on the fuel management because they're so fast they can afford to run smaller fuel maps, I suppose.
That's terrifying that if they could bump it up even more if someone actually got close to them.
We're all doomed.
Surprise.
We're all doomed from the mother load. So when a Red Bull gonna box Sebastian then?
Sort of surprised to see Perez second best on fuel saving in the field when he's driving in 10th with Force India.
Is Sergio doing his standard, trying to run a set of tyres as long as physically possible, considering he's on the harder tyre?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How very Force India.
Best of fuel at the
He
moment.
also did it on his debut with Sauber in Australia. I remember he just went mental with how long the tyres went.
To be fair, like Perez is actually on the least amount of fuel used so far in 12th place, but it's actually pretty close throughout the field so far.
I'd like to see what Rosberg is using.
That would be a pretty good yardstick. He's now right behind. He's just past Nico Hulkenberg as we speak, up into 12th place. Next up, Esteban Gutierrez. Ericsson right now ahead of Daniel Ricciardo. Oh dear. That's not going to help.
Have we got a nickname for Ericsson yet?
Slow as fuck. How about that? No, not PG-13 enough for you. Gap is constantly increasing. Hamilton now 41 seconds ahead of Rosberg at this point. Felipe! You know what you look like, Ron? You look like that. You look like that guy. You look like that meme of the guy on the computer who goes like this. You look like that guy right now as he makes an almighty pass on Hulkenberg for 13.
Glorious.
Considering what Bottas is doing up the front, I'm very surprised Massa isn't already in the top 6, quite frankly. Well done, Nico. God, you are a long way away there, Nico. You're like, Jesus. Looking at that on-circuit map.
I heard podium though in that radio message.
Oh God, like that's their expectation at this point.
Like every race.
There's going to be some talk about this strategy if it doesn't work. Let's put it that way.
But what other strategy could he do? He couldn't really race on flat-spotted front tyres.
Was it a forced stop? I don't know. Was it a forced stop though? Or was this the plan all along? Because Massa did the same thing on lap 1. I don't know.
I think Rosberg knows if he went the same strategy as Hamilton, he wouldn't have. He didn't really have a chance. So why not?
That's the point. Yeah, he's been the first guy this season to admit that that Hamilton's been the faster guy this weekend. So
on a tight track like this, a safety car is a possibility. So that could shake things up completely.
Adrian Suttle's the last of the active runners right now, and he's a minute 20 off Hamilton. That Sauber must have a serious problem.
Because no one's mentioned him yet, I'm just going to say Maldonado's not retired yet.
Hey!
I found a website last night that was one of those time, day tracker ones, which was simply called "Has Maldonado crashed today?"
That's what Gillen created, isn't it?
Yeah.
No days since Maldonado's crashed.
Yeah.
It's one of those hotel signs like 36 days since our last murder. Oh, there it goes. Us American football fans will know it's like on Pro Football Fund, there's a gimmick where it goes how many days since there's been an NFL arrest, and normally it doesn't get any more. It doesn't get any more than about 4 these days until you hear about an NFL player getting arrested.
There you go.
There's Massa. Ryan, it's Esteban Gutierrez. It barely counts as an overtake.
First 10 laps, the top 4 have not changed. And now on lap 16, the top 4 have still yet to change.
I don't know what Ricciardo's plan is here. Like, I don't know. Like, he's now an outlier having stopped so early. It's a weird one. I don't know. Is he doing the one stopper here? If it's a very deep one stopper, if that's the case. It's not quite Rosberg levels of deep, mind you, but still.
Have they tried how long the tires actually last?
Well, I'm sure Pirelli's told them a rough idea of how long they expect these tires to last, but you know what F1 teams are like. They tend to throw that advice out of the window. So
Yeah.
we think we can do 51 laps on these tires. No problem. Roll with it.
Because the softs should go 20 laps, and they've done qualifying on them, and I think there's a couple of drivers that are a little bit over that 20 lap count already. So how long will the hard compound go? I don't know.
This could be very Circuit of the Americas, like I remember last year. Esteban Gutierrez went pretty much 52% of the race on the option tyre.
Yeah.
He went beyond halfway on it, which was just like, what's the frigging point of bringing these tyres then? Like, I really hope they're not bringing super softs and softs to America, are they? I I don't think so. I would have noticed them when Pirelli put out the press release on like what tyres are going to be at what places the rest of the year. But that place like doesn't work. It's the most boring of one stoppers. It's ridiculous.
Bottas still lapping pretty good.
Yeah, just a little bit behind. You know, maybe a tenth or two every lap, and Williams winning the best of the rest of the world once again. And this is going to be a minor hammer blow to the Ferrari team in the battle for third as well, with 18 points coming Williams' way at the moment. Alonso's fourth, and Raikkonen's 8th, so that's 12 plus another 4 to 16. So Williams are already up by 2 right now. So Rosberg now he's in 11th place. He's about 3 and a bit seconds behind Sergio Perez to get into the points now. Quick distraction from the chat. Andre Silva asking my namesake there. He put the accent on the E, which is a nice touch. What did you find about the MotoGP race and Marquez being world champion? Yeah, congratulations to Marc Marquez.
Shock horror.
the massive surprise. He's now the double MotoGP world champion with a second place. It wasn't that great a race, to be honest. Bit of action here and there between Rossi and Marquez, but Lorenzo was in control the whole way through. Lorenzo seems to be back to his best, and you know, Marquez, once he got past Rossi, just held on to it for the second and the relatively straightforward title win. Besides that, the whole race was pretty much by the form book. You know, Ducati best of the rest in 5th with Dovi, and Crutchlow in the deck again, and you know, the usual really. Nothing you haven't really seen throughout this season. I wouldn't really recommend going out and finding it. Finding the Moto3 race, that was fun. Everything else was kind of meh, to be honest. There's my pro tip there as we get a Max Chilton interview, because why the hell not, you know?
I did enjoy Pedrosa's stoppie in practice a couple of days
ago. Lordy. That was insane. That was a 170-meter stoppie, according to the Honda boys, from 175 miles an hour. I don't know how he did that. That was bonkers. People have always said. People have always said that Pedrosa's bad on the brakes, and he goes and does that, which was hilarious.
Maverick came second in Moto2, continuing his in
yeah. Almost chased down Thomas Luthi, but kind of ran out of laps, really. Luthi getting his first win in about 2 years. I think Le Mans 2012 was his last victory.
I legitimately can't believe how in last year, he only won 1 race.
Yeah, Maverick's on track to break Marquez's own rookie scoring record in Moto2. He keeps this up. The man's in sensational form at the moment. Which makes me all the wondering why he's going to Suzuki.
Just hold on and then get Bradley Smith's tech.
There's an idea. Sorry, folks, not much going on in the race right now, so it looks like Hamilton's put the hammer down a little bit now. The gap being about 6 seconds. Given the fact that this is apparently a track which Red Bull really aren't keen on, the fact that Sebastian's in 6th from 10th on the grid, I will gladly take. If he can stay there. I don't think he'll stay up there because I think Rosberg will eventually come through. He's only about 14 seconds down despite the pit stop. So, you know, here's hoping and all that.
Do we honestly think Rosberg can go the whole race?
No.
Yeah.
Not without a huge drop-off in time.
It's a hipster roll of the dice because they can afford to do something like this.
Exactly. Well, Bottas is doing well, so maybe he can only get 3rd if it doesn't pay off.
Yeah, I mean, if the strategy doesn't work, Bottas is going to pencil in a 2nd place to match his career high best finish. Like he had, what was it? It was Hockenheim, wasn't it, where he came in 2nd behind just had Hamilton, who had come through the entire field and stolen all the headlines again, because that's what he does.
Rosberg's been given the hurry up over team radio.
Well, he's going to get past Sergio now in the battle for 10th.
They're worried about when Button pits, whether Button will get out ahead of him.
Well, that could be a problem. Because Button will be on fresh rubber as well. I mean, Jonas quite rightly pointed out we are now at lap 20, which apparently is the crossover point for these tyres. So, was Rosberg has a bit of a wobbly one going in past the DRS zone there. What do you guys make of this Sochi track then? In the meantime,
Nothing particularly special for me.
Vintage tilt for me.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's not bad.
I don't know. It's a bit of Abu Dhabi as well at the end.
It's better than Valencia. That was my
It's not
big
difficult.
fear. That it was.
I enjoyed Valencia. I think I'm the only one in the world that enjoyed Valencia.
I didn't mind Valencia. I was always okay with it. Here's Rosberg dive bombing Sergio Perez.
Yeah, it made it sick. Nice.
Clean as you like from Nico Rosberg. And now Felipe will be right behind him now too.
About the track, I don't mind it, but I think that turn 1 should have been gravel on the outside.
You reckon?
Yeah, because they're not punished enough if they go off there.
It's just
like, if I miss my braking point, I'll go over it.
Do you mean turn 1 or turn 2?
Yeah, turn 1 in, or 1 into 2. So turn 2, sort of the king to the left, right after turn 1.
That's never going to happen in Formula 1 now, especially in these tracks, because they all just prefer gravel runoff areas and not punishing drivers for making mistakes.
I love the scenery.
Yeah, the Olympic Park's Olympic Park's a nice backdrop. Yeah. Even though, shout out as well to the guy in the comments who very quite funnily put off, yeah, Yeezy Arnold for getting on the podium, which I thought was quite funny. But yeah, Massa now right on the back of Perez, and Ryan is now beating his seats like a drum. She's like, come on,
Who's that coming in?
Oh,
you on Eric Verne, I think? Or is that Daniel Kvyat? Kvyat's in.
Bottas dropping a lot of time to Hamilton now.
It's Hammer time.
Yeah. In other racing news as well, Colin Turkington is the BTCC champion.
Hey, congratulations, Colin Turkington. Boy.
Unlucky Plato.
I like Plato from his 5th gear days, but Turk's the man this time around.
5th gear's still going.
It is on YouTube now, isn't it?
It's on Discovery, I believe.
Just give up.
I like 5th Gear, man. That's a proper automotive program rather than Top Gear's glorified entertainment half the time.
Right. No, but the thing is, even Drive on YouTube is better than 5th Gear.
Ouch. Yeah. Shame you got to pay for it now.
Good point.
To be fair, I'm kind of pissed as well that they got rid of my man Leo Parente on there as well, because like shit, that was my favourite show on there.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I chat with Leo all the time on Twitter. He's a really cool guy. The fact that Chris Harris is probably the best it's probably the best car journalist around right now. So having him on the you know.
I mean, if Top Gear ever got rid of a presenter, Chris Harris is the guy to
absolutely
take over.
Without a doubt, in my opinion, yeah, I totally agree with you on that one. I think Harris. I would not mind right now if they got rid of Richard Hammond and put in Chris Harris.
Yeah, safe.
I think Hammond's always been the weakest presenter on that show.
Then they can't pick on him anymore.
Oh, they'd find a way.
Yeah.
I only just realised that part of that parts of the Sochi track are so close together, like the front straight and then the back section. I only just realised that now. It's quite a nice little screenshot there. It's a bit like when you go through the Dunlop corner at the Nürburgring, and you see both ends of the track on the exit on the entry. I'm such a nerd. Right.
That's not good. Rosberg just got word that he's got degradation already on his tyres.
After 20 laps.
And what should be the harder of the two tyres?
Is this gonna be one of those tracks where the soft tire lasts longer than the hard tire? Because we've had it before. I don't know where, but it's happened once before.
Circuit of the Americas last year was a prime example of that. The options could just go on forever. Abu Dhabi's had that a couple of times as well, where the option tyres like kind of dropped off a bit, then it's come back to them later on. Kind of weird that. It has happened on these tracks which have less tyre wear. Codemasters take notes. Buttons in from 4th place, or 3rd place, I should say. Sorry. Bottas now 10 seconds back, so it looks like Hamilton's put his foot down.
Come on, McLaren, make it sweet. Wow, that's a long pit lane time. 9 minutes 45.
Button stopped, got out of the car, had some lunch, and he's back
come
out.
on, get out in front of Rosberg.
Is he out ahead of Rosberg? I think he will be.
No, he ain't.
No.
No, he's not. There he is.
But if he's got trouble with his tyres, hopefully Button can make headway with him again.
Come on, JB.
Come on, JB. Let's go. Get that seat, JB. We need you on this grid next year. It's going to be a friggin' travesty if Jenson Button's not on this grid next year. The dude is still very quietly going about his business.
I'm very impressed with JB this year.
You think no one's going to talk about McLaren, but Jenson Button has just dragged that car up the field. I think even more than Alonso has at Ferrari this year, quite frankly.
What happened last year with Perez and Button? Who actually came out top in the end?
Oh, Button by miles. In terms of points.
Impressive.
Yeah, Button outpointed Perez nearly 2-1 last year.
That's really impressive.
And people were hailing Sergio Perez as the next big thing after 2012. He was effectively the Mexican Brock Lesnar of Formula One.
See, I think Button's last 3 years have been his best ever.
I can't argue with that. 2009, he had a ridiculously overpowered
He had to beat Barrichello.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. 2012, 2013, 2014 were probably Button. Well, 2011 Button was.
Yeah, 2011 was probably his strongest year. He was running up to Vettel that year, wasn't he?
Yeah,
it's the year he beat Hamilton.
Yeah, he was the clear #2 guy that year in the championship. He was the only guy that was running Vettel close in the second half of that season. Burns in now as well, so for all the talk, like, how long are Red Bull going to run Sebastian here? This is going to be interesting.
I don't know where they could put him, but I've had the thought of, could McLaren loan Magnussen out to someone for a year, similar to how Williams loaned, in fact, ironically, Button himself out to Benetton in 2001.
Yeah,
they had Montoya coming in. They didn't want to get rid of Ralph Schumacher for some bizarre reason. Button out to Benetton with the initial prospect that they'd bring him back.
I've had a couple of people hinting that with Stoffel Van Dorn as well at McLaren, who apparently has put in McLaren in a bit of a headache-based situation. He's saying that how good his rookie season in GP2 has been, which has been tremendous. Stoffel Van Dorn 3rd in the championship right now.
People care about GP2?
Yeah, we're talking some GP2 up in here now. Yeah, like, I do watch now and again. I just don't really tweet about it. It's funny because I tweet about everything else. But
it seems nowadays they're taking all the drivers from 3.5 and GP3.
Yeah, exactly. Like, GP2 has become like the stopgap, and it's kind of the problem with Jordan Palmer in the sense of, yeah, he's the world champion this year, but at the same time he's been there 4 years already. Like, how good is he really?
I still think you should have 3 years and then you get kicked out. I mean, the champion isn't allowed to try to retain his title. I think 3 years, you've had your time, move out the way, let somebody else have a go. It was the same with Maldonado. Maldonado took 4 years to...
4 years to win the title. He's winning more experience alone rather than actual ability.
Yeah.
How many times is Tilke going to put, like, coloured asphalt on the edge of corners in the colours of the country that the races in and expect me to be impressed?
Look at this, we've got blue AstroTurf on the outside. Yeah.
Red, blue, and white.
Yeah, what, the Russian colours? Never. There's Nico Hulkenberg's in the pits from 14th. I suspect they might try and go the distance on those for Hulkenberg. 28 laps, roughly.
Did Hulkenberg
Yeah.
start on
He did indeed.
hard?
He started on the hard compound from
Yeah.
17th place.
Yeah, so he's looking to do over half the race distance on his options.
Well,
I've seen that before.
the track will be more rubbered in,
Yeah.
and they'll be lighter on fuel, so it's a possibility.
I mean, if Sebastian's out there right now and Lewis is out there on lap 26, still on the same soft tyres,
Yeah.
it definitely seems feasible that given that's a fresh set and they have to do qualifying on those tyres.
I love how Rosberg pitted lap 1. He goes, "Yeah, I'm going to one stop everyone," and everyone goes, "Yeah, we're going to one stop as well. We're going to do it more smartly."
Yeah, Fernando Alonso in from third.
Where's Button? He's 3 or 4 seconds down the road.
Here he comes. Alonso's in. Not a good stop for Alonso.
Oh, trouble.
Oh, exactly, he got in the way.
Oh dear!
7.4 seconds.
Wow.
And my man K-Man moves up 1 position.
K-Man coming through. Oh, Nando. Oh, that is that Rosberg passing Raikkonen.
Rosberg, yeah.
There it is. Yep.
He's done it.
Very straightforward for Nico Rosberg.
Button. Sweet.
Next up in line, I think, will be what, John-Eric Verne, I think? Well, I don't know. It's actually Sebastian Vettel. Oh, God. Have mercy, Nico. Mercy. But, yeah, K-Mag now ahead. I think Alonso on the road. Here's the replay of that awful stop. The tide is not coming on.
Oh,
no, he couldn't get it on at first. Then he dropped it. And then the...
Chapman got in the way, like, holy shit. Oh dear. Awful stop for Alonso on that one. And yeah, he's now down in 9th place.
That's a lot of pit crew fired after this race.
Funny thing as well is that he's now only 5 seconds ahead. Daniel Ricciardo off that, and Williams are about to make a move. That must be for Valtteri. Yeah, Bottas is in from second.
I think I saw another team get ready as well.
Wait, is Ricciardo still not past Gutierrez?
Nope.
Oh dear.
Mercedes getting ready.
Mercedes getting ready.
Be wrong. It might be. Oh no, sorry, it's McLaren again.
Yeah, Magnussen's in.
Too many teams in damn white and silver overalls this season.
Yeah, there's too many like FFF like style female colours.
That's in front. Rosberg.
As in front of Rosberg, that's Sebastian Vettel there coming through, side by side.
Oh, and
Rosberg with the fastest lap. He's put the hammer down.
There's Raikkonen coming out.
If Rosberg's just done the fastest lap, that means he knows he's not going to be able to go to the end on this.
Mm.
Yeah, he wouldn't be pushing so hard otherwise. He'll come in and change for a pair of softs.
So will Hamilton react to Bottas?
I doubt it. He doesn't really need to right now.
No, he won't.
Box this lap. Yeah, Hamilton's in this lap.
There we go.
Simple
so
enough.
Exactly halfway.
Yeah. Pirelli made awful tyre choices for this round. Meanwhile, Sebastian Vettel's in second. Hooray!
It's Hamilton.
It's hammer time.
Come on. I would like to see if Hamilton wants to cut across because he got away with a penalty in practice.
Officer Stanley pointing that out again.
He didn't get a penalty. It should have been a penalty, but no, he didn't want to investigate for some strange reason.
Was that before they changed the speed limit rule for the pit lane?
I think so.
Maybe it was a knee-jerk reaction to that. But yeah, Hamilton coming out should have more than enough time to be out in front. Yeah.
Rosberg now only 1.5 seconds to Bottas.
Oh god, it's a rampage in Rosberg. He's going to be pissed under that helmet. How dare you screw me on strategy? Bah!
You should have stopped.
Oh Jesus.
I guess Rosberg can push non-stop now till the end, though.
Felipe Massa coming in.
Is this going to be soft tyres?
Will Rosberg
Massa?
have to respond to this with strategy?
No.
Good question. Because Massa was always pretty close to Rosberg the whole way
so it's
through.
kind of like within 3 or 4 seconds.
As we're watching, I think that's Nico Hulkenberg there. Perez, it's actually Perez actually having a look at John-Eric Verne.
Ooh, that was
No, that's
very
actually
close.
My bad. I keep getting the Toro Rossos mixed up today. The helmets are practically the same. I can't tell the difference.
On the subject of distinguishing drivers from one another, have the exclusive numbers for certain drivers mattered at all?
No.
No, it was the gimmick.
You can't see him.
You can barely see him on the helmets these days. Some of them are a lot more obvious than others.
Oh, Suttle!
Suttle's spinning again, not for the first time this season. Luckily he's okay on this one. Luckily the anti-stall didn't kick in. Suttle is having a wretched race.
Correct, that's a wretched season.
Yeah, wretched season. Well, is a sour. Oh, when he struck the boss, and was a contact. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Contact Maldonado? It was Maldonado, wasn't it?
No, I think it was Grosjean.
It was. Let's have a look. He's round the outside.
Oh!
He's gave enough room. He shouldn't racing incident.
I still blame Pastor for this.
Yeah, Pastor's fault.
That's Roman.
Doesn't matter.
That was joking. Yeah, I think that's Romain's fault, to be honest. He didn't give Suttle enough.
Suttle's on the edge of the track, so yeah.
Nah, I still think that's a racing incident.
Yeah. It's the Lotus. It's probably understeering like a bus.
Yeah, that's also
Straight into the
that's
side
also
of
a
the
very
outside.
valid thing to say.
Another detail, are we gonna see Suttle back next season?
No.
Probably not. I severely doubt that, to be honest.
I mean, him and Gutierrez are equally as bad as each other.
But the thing is, Gutierrez is very well funded and is a Mexican Grand Prix next year.
And hasn't glassed someone.
And he's going quicker now that he's got glasses on instead of contact lenses.
Hey!
That was an actual thing on their Instagram yesterday. It's like, we have had some questions. We want to explain why Gutierrez is wearing glasses. Like, is that really the most important thing concerning you right now?
It's the highlight of Sauber's season.
Are they carbon fibre? They have to be carbon fibre, surely.
Vettel getting told on the radio to respect the beeps. So no over-revving, basically. How long is Vettel going to go on these options? Like, good lord, he's at lap 30.
Go till the end and then pit on the last lap.
Didn't Massa do that?
He'll do a Mark Webber from a couple of years ago in Abu Dhabi. We'll pit on the final lap. You keep Bottas behind him. Attaboy. All aboard the Vettel bus.
He has been in his own race the entire race.
Just the way we like it.
I think Bottas will DRS rape Vettel.
Are you suggesting the Mercedes and the Williams is faster than the Renault and the Red Bull in a straight line?
Never.
No.
Okay, I'm down the back straight with DRS now. Let's see if Bottas can get him this time.
Do your place, Patel.
No. Williams have not. Grosjean and Cecil under investigation for that collision.
So Grosjean's getting a penalty.
Yeah. It's just a matter of how long can Vettel really run it, and there's the
And
answer.
there we go.
Bottas is like, no, you've exposed me to Rosberg.
Where's my DRS?
No. And the boy said, good stint.
Where would he feed out?
Go back to 8.
As long as he's ahead of Ricardo, I'm a happy boy. I don't want to take another 10 questions of asking them related abuse, saying like, "Oh, Ricardo's better."
Rosberg on Bottas.
Well, that's off the road. But I think he'll give that
Yeah.
away.
Yes. Rosberg had that corner.
Yep. So is Ricardo going to go the distance on these tyres now? Because remember he pit on lap 12.
High possibility, but I'm yet to see if they can.
I don't see why you'd run the primes as long as the options are clearly the faster tyre right now, because Bottas was unable to get past Sebastian.
Oh, I've come from a long way back.
Dive bomb!
Wow.
Da, 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 da.
But I saw
How
it.
very F1 2013 that is.
But I saw it though, which is good.
Yeah, Bottas did see it coming, and
Took the sensible option.
whoa, Rosberg ran him close. Didn't give him a ton of room there. Like, that was a car's width and 2 cigarette papers, as Martin Brundle would say.
Rosberg might have been quite mad before, but now he'll be smiling big time.
That looked worrying in Mercedes pit garage.
If that was Alonso, Rosberg had done that too. It'd be, you have to leave a space. You always have to leave a space.
Have to leave it the space.
Now Vettel being under pressure by Gutierrez.
No. I'm not taking this shit off. No. I'm not
Gutierrez.
This is Gutierrez's highlight of the season.
Yeah. Look, it's a Red Bull! Because Gutierrez still hasn't stopped yet. Gutierrez has gone 32 laps on these options. Is this a desperate attempt to try and get some points?
Yep.
Yep.
Does he know he has to pit?
No, don't care.
Nobody tell him.
Sal will literally.
Oh, the missus is here.
Spice up your life. Jerry Halliwell in the house. Christian Horner's new squeeze. Thing is, I was at the Zoom charity auction in London earlier in the year, and I met Christian Horner, and I met him and his wife, and they moved on, and he was with Jerry within weeks. It was ridiculous. It was within the space of 2 weeks, he had Jerry Halliwell go with him to Grand Prix. It was unbelievable. I was like, Christian, you dirty boy. I met you and your missus. Well, in this case,
Has she seen the picture?
What picture?
The picture.
Am I missing something here?
Exactly.
Have you never seen the promotional picture of Christian Horner from his Formula 3000?
Oh, yes, that picture.
Racing days.
Man, how very rugged. 5-second stop go for Grosjean causing the collision. Bit harsh that one, I think,
Yeah.
but I can see it. As Rosberg said, it's another fastest lap of the race. If things keep up and Hamilton sets the fastest lap, he gets a Grand Slam.
See, the funny thing is, Sutter lost more than 5 seconds.
Yeah, in the spin. Funny that, isn't it? Ideally, you think if you're going to punish him, make it a drive for it.
Exactly.
That's racing for you. Stewards have been a bit more lenient, I'd say, more than anything else, so I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, a 5-second penalty now is nothing.
Tell that to Kevin Magnussen in Monza.
Or Vern in Singapore, but still.
Nah, at least he made up for it.
Yeah.
So Vettel 8 seconds back from Ricardo.
It's not bad for how much longer he run them. And that
Exactly.
means if Ricardo's tyres are Vettel either has fresher tyres at the end, or Ricardo has to pit again.
Yeah, then Vettel will come out on top, so I'm not entirely too fussed by this.
It's not over yet.
Still got 20 laps to go.
Welcome to the Esteban Gutierrez sweepstakes of when the hell is that man going to pit? I'm gonna guess lap 30. I'm gonna guess lap 39. Just gonna roll the lottery out here.
I'll say 36.
38.
41.
42.
Ooh, okay. Stanley going deep on this one.
Surprised no one said 53.
If you're going to go 50, screw it, go the whole distance and go 52.
Exactly.
Just to scare the team, like, yeah, I'll fit.
that guy's Esteban hasn't stopped yet. Like, have you told him he has to change?
But what Sal would do is wait for him to come into Park Fermi and then paint yellow stripes onto his tyres.
Maybe they've forgotten that he's actually out there.
Yep. It's like, well, Suttel's has got like nothing going on right now. Esteban's just chugging away on there on those options.
Manish is probably just reading a good book.
Oh, Perez, having the look? No.
Fiat low on fuel.
I tell you what, Jensen is having another stonking race. He's only 3 seconds behind Bottas.
Brilliant job from JB today.
I think
And
brilliant
Magnus
job by
fifth.
both McLarens. Full fan
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah. McLaren have found something this weekend for sure.
I'm happy.
Yeah, I bet you are.
It's a bit late though. I mean, you have to say.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as we beat Force India, I am happy.
That's how low the McLaren bar has fallen now. That we'll take.
As long as we're not last Mercedes engine, we're happy.
Yes.
Ricardo knocking on Alonso's door.
Ooh,
Rosberg's like, screw it. If all else comes down to it, I'm making sure Hamilton doesn't get his Grand Slam. Rosberg be trolling. I want Hamilton to get fastest and then I get the 20-point bonus on GP Predictor. Right now, I'm looking quite good at the moment. Even though I had Bottas third, I had Vettel in 8th, so.
He is 8th.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not looking too bad here. I mean, I'm coming off my monster 165-point haul last round.
I really need to do that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I really need to do that GP Predictor next season. I forgot to do it this
You
season.
should have seen me last week after that Grand Prix. I went ballistic over it. I'm ranked like 62nd in the world now on that predictor. As Perez comes through.
I think this is going to be the kind of race where it's all going to make sense in the last 5 laps.
Yeah.
Yeah. As Felipe quickly dispatches Daniel Kvyat there. Ryan, we'll talk about Felipe Massa. He's in 13th place. He's not. This isn't a wonderful performance from Massa by any means. Shut up. Yeah.
I think Massa hasn't been the same since he had that spring into his helmet.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Let's be real here. Yeah, that's always been a thing. Poor guy. He still has moments of good times, but it's just not the same dude anymore.
I think Rosberg's got no option but to go to the end on these tyres, because if he takes a stop, he's going to probably come out around where Alonso is. Because nobody else's tyres are dropping off, he's not going to be able to use a fresh set of tyres to take 2 seconds a lap out of everyone, because it's just not happening today.
Don't know why Rosberg is going as quick though.
Because
he's just pushing.
he's trying to gain the gap so he can go into the pits, get soft tyres and burst through the rest of the field. I reckon he's going to be pitting in a couple of laps.
You reckon?
Yeah. He's on
Come on,
2
Gutierrez.
fastest laps.
Yeah, he has got about 18 seconds. But he needs to be pitting now.
Yeah.
If he's going to do it now, you know?
Is this one of the longest races of the year? I'm just saying.
I don't think so.
Feels like it.
It feels like it. This is not a particularly exciting race by any stretch of the imagination, but
I know it's one of the longest laps of the year, and 53 laps isn't a little. So.
yeah, it's almost Spa terms in length of track time on here. It's like a minute 40 on a lap around here.
Yeah.
And it's a 53 lap race. Singapore's still king of the long races, but you know, well, mainly because Singapore you're guaranteed a safety car.
Force India's disappeared off the track.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, hi, Sergio. Right, nice of you to rejoin us. Oh, is that Hulkenberg? Yeah. Oh, it's Hulkenberg. Okay. I keep getting confused.
Still in the Maldonado. Watch, he still hasn't retired yet.
Hey!
But he is in last of the runners.
Ricardo now getting pretty close to the back of Alonso's car. As Rosberg sets another fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Whatever happens, at least we're not making 100. At least the thing is, this whole race with me making mistakes over drivers. This is basically my best David Croft impression for the weekend. Because boy, public opinion of David Croft has gone down this season.
I think David Croft himself is just turned into, oh, he's beaten Sebastian. Oh, he's beaten Sebastian, the 4-time world champion.
This is what happens when David Croft tries to appeal to the lowest common denominator. He's kind of become a bit of a whacking boy for Sebastian, in the sense of, as well, he was really bad in Austria. I remember he was absolutely atrocious that weekend.
Kvyat on Hulkenberg, and that's going to run wide.
Goodbye.
Give that back. Good boy.
Well, his tyres are ruined now.
That was an almighty lock-up from Daniel.
I don't really watch the Sky coverage because I'm still in poor student mode, but is the vitriol almost similar to when James Allen lost his marbles at Hungary 2006 and was never the same again?
Button wins! Get in there! That was the most hilarious race-ending call I've ever heard.
Absolutely no bias comes through whatsoever.
No, like they were brown-nosing Hamilton from the start when he came around. The last 2 minutes of ITV were on there. But to be fair, he was a really exciting talent. But at the same time, it was like, oh, Hamilton can do this, Hamilton can do that. Is he the next Ayrton Senna? And I'm like, shut up!
Well, I have to say, ITV's coverage was coming to an end, and they hadn't had a British world champion in their whole coverage.
Wow. Yeah.
It was the 1990s, so yeah, they milked it.
They milked that thing to the fullest. They got sick of Schumacher's shit.
Yeah, the James Allen agenda against Schumacher was quite fun.
It was. It's like, how dare we accept how great Schumacher is?
I don't know if he was just a huge Alonso fan or he just hated Schumacher.
I think he was just stunned by how good Alonso was for a 23-year-old at the time. Then again, like that quickly ended when he went to McLaren. Even though the most memorable part of without doubt of ITV's coverage was that last leaving montage at the end was pretty friggin' amazing.
With the Black Parade.
Yes, that was awesome. Oh. Well done, Ryan. He's up into 14th place.
Whatever your opinion.
On a side note, the N1C Kobayashi retire?
Oh no. That went off the radar, didn't it?
Gutierrez still hasn't pitted.
Damn it, I predicted 38.
Come on.
I said 39. Come on,
Oh,
Esteban.
42, come on.
I said 39.
I wouldn't be surprised if it actually goes 50 now.
Go on, Esteban. Get in that pit lane.
Well, once again, if he's trying to score points, he may as well. If he pits now, he's definitely not going to score any points.
Exactly.
Just keep going.
Keep going and think that they don't see that you haven't actually pitted.
Give me right if you can't pass on the DRS a guy in the same engine as him.
What they're going to do is they're going to say, keep going until you can see Carcass. And even then, push it for an extra 2 laps.
Why didn't you box Esteban? No!
Would they just be trying out how long these stars actually last for next year?
Look who it is.
Vladimir Putin.
Oh, no.
Wankers!
At least he's not flown over the track and made the race get red flagged like DTM had a couple of years ago.
No. Here comes Raikkonen. Taking none of Esteban's shit.
Did anyone see, whilst we've got DTM on my brain, did anyone see Vitaly Petrov's interview with Eddie Jordan and Susie Perry during the qualifying show yesterday?
That was funny. He completely understood the question.
It's when Eddie asked him what he knew about the current dynamic between Lewis and Nico in the garage. It's like, as if Vitaly Petrov's going to be like even in the same room as them.
Just don't put him near. Just don't put him near Fernando Alonso. Alonso might still want to punch him out for what happened in 2010.
That was hilarious. That whole race. I mean, I don't think it was as good as Benaldi and Coulthard in Monaco, but it was.
That was a bad one. Oh, that was funny. That was hilarious.
I was laughing the whole race.
Oh, for realsies.
Ricardo battling with Alonso now.
Mhm.
And also Rosberg going to the end.
Ricardo took a lot of curb on that last corner.
Has anyone made the joke yet? Whoever wins this race gets a slice of Ukraine, or
No, no one wants that.
no? Just me then. All right. All right, Nando. Let's see what you got again, folks. This is about an average Alonso drive these days.
What game face?
But people will say that about how much of an amazing job he's doing in a mediocre car when Jenson Button is ahead of him.
You know, the longer Alonso and Ricardo hold each other up, the better it is for Sebastian.
He's already taken a second out of these two, and you know he's
40 laps for Gutierrez.
Esteban is in on 41. Who? Some didn't joke.
Yes!
41.
What something?
Andrew nailed it. He got 41 on the nose. Beautiful stuff. Stanley misses out by a lap.
Well, actually, 2 laps. He pitted on lap 40 on his lap.
Actually, no, yeah. Sorry. Premature celebration.
I don't know if any of you can believe this, but Ericsson is beating Maldonado.
It's a tie between me
No,
and
I can
Andrew.
believe that.
It's a tie between me and Andrew because I said 39 and he said 41.
I'll take that.
It's a moral victory.
Maybe we should go get this as
Shut up. My brother said in the background, it's a moral victory, and he goes in response, that's the only victory you're going to have with Vettel this season.
Oh.
You bastard. Yeah, how many podiums does Massa have? 1.
I mean, no,
3. Shut up.
that's still less than Bottas.
Bottas has got 3 as well, hasn't he?
No, it's 4.
Or has Bottas got 4?
Yeah, it's 4.
Silverstone, Austria, Germany. Where's the other one? Wasn't he 3rd in Spa?
Yeah.
He was, wasn't he? Who was 3rd that day?
Nobody knows.
I think it was. I think it was Bottas.
I think
actually.
it was Bottas.
Yeah. Okay, so 4.
Wanker!
Oh look, Ryan's defecting drivers again.
Something I'm going to say is Williams should have been 2nd in this year's constructors, but they've only screwed up for themselves.
Agreed.
Yeah.
They've thrown away so many points through bad strategy calls.
Because they have a faster car than Red Bull.
On paper, across the board, I would say yeah. Also, Kevin Magnussen for driver of the day, everybody.
It's hit between him and Button.
Yeah.
Not Massa?
Yes! I
No.
agree with that.
I think if Maldonado makes it to the end, he's in with a shout.
just out of sheer sympathy. Well, if you have Massa down for the most positions gained award on GP Predictor, then you're in good stead because he's up 7 from where he started.
What madman would
Compared to
Yeah,
Magnussen.
down 10.
Kvyat has had an awful race by his standards. Remember, kids, he's your Red Bull driver next season.
No question.
Burns not done much better though. It's probably the
Yeah.
car was quick over a single lap, and that was about it.
That's kind of been the story of Toro Rosso all season, to be fair. They've always looked solid in qualifying, but in race trim they've looked a bit mediocre all across the board, really. Alonso, once again, this track isn't particularly good for passing, is it?
No. I mean, you got turn 2, but that's about it, really.
There's about 2 spots on the track where you can overtake.
Yeah, it's kind of been a flat race, really. Unfortunately, especially up the front. But that was kind of.
I still think we should wait for the last couple of laps and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, if anybody stops late or anything like that.
Exactly. Or if anyone's tyres completely go.
Rosberg.
Yeah, that'll be fun to watch, wouldn't it? A Rosberg meltdown as his championship goes up in smoke. Because I don't think anything's stopping Hamilton right now.
Or pieces of Pirelli just flying off.
Yeah. If that happens, it's championship over, in my opinion. Oh, blue flag's out now. Who's that out ahead? Is that Suttil again? Bottas.
Well, you never know. Putin could go on track in a Lada and do 53 laps in the quickest time anyone's ever seen.
Gotta love that Russian motorsport engineering.
His Button.
Button is unsurprisingly is going to the end.
Breaking news: the front end on the Ferrari is still ugly as hell.
Yep, it really is. It looks like my vacuum cleaner.
Oh god! I can't believe Lotus have actually stuck with the 2-pronged thing. They know it's worse. They still went for it the entire season.
Bit more information from the Queen of Pit Lane chat, Jenny Gow. Rosberg needs to save fuel.
Oh.
Okay.
He's only 0.8 above his target, which they're not happy with. So yeah, Rosberg has to save fuel.
Well, yeah, that's interesting, I suppose. Yeah, 10 laps to go here, and this is the best battle we got on track right now. Alonso basically playing the Great Wall of Sochi on Daniel Ricciardo here.
Have to say, Alonso is doing a quite good job because the Ferrari is about the slowest car in straight line speed, and this track has quite long straights or quite decent straights.
If things stay as they are, Mercedes can seal the constructors next round in Austin. They have a 223-point lead going
I thought they secured it today.
Do they? Hang on,
Yeah.
let me work this out in my head here real quick. 86, 2 other single-point races, 86, 43, 43, that's 86, 170. Yeah, they sealed it today, don't they?
Yeah. Red Bull was 16
I
seconds.
took double points into account, right?
The
So, yeah.
first 2 positions will be locked if it stays the same, and then it'll be the battle for 3rd place going on to the end of the season.
Ooh, pretty fountains.
Yeah, Mercedes looks like they're going to win the Constructors' Championship today. Watching Hamilton here for what, 4?
What's up?
Lewis locking
Is
up.
Alonso just
He's doing that all weekend.
trying really hard to make up for the fact Spain won no medals in the Winter Olympics?
Why would Spain ever do well in the Winter Olympics anyway?
Kazakhstan won a medal.
Glorious Republic Nation of Kazakhstan, Black Shemesh. Bit of a mediocre performance from the Red Bulls in general today. Vettel's done alright. Ricciardo was just stuck in that 7th place he qualified in, really.
Gutierrez less than 3 seconds behind Kvyat. Go for it.
Go on, Esteban, unleash the beast!
Maldonado still hasn't crashed, but he's got ahead of Ericsson.
Hey!
So he's not stone last. What is Maldonado's best finish this season? I'm going to find out.
I think it was 13th somewhere, I think. Don't quote me on that, but...
How many people retired for him to get that?
Yeah. Putin and Bernie. Look,
Look at him.
It's the forces of evil. What a pair of twats. Right.
Oh, he's got 12 3 times.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, Maldonado hasn't. To be fair, I kind of automatically give Maldonado a pass for this season, given that this is dreadful frigging car.
Is Austin in 2 weeks' time?
Yes, it is. I think.
Maldonado hasn't finished 6 races this year.
Jeez.
Bloody hell. He's 1 in 3.
6 retirements. I know a couple of them are mechanical though. Like, I know Silverstone was definitely mechanical.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, most of them are mechanical.
Yeah, like I said, Maldo gets a pass this year on shitty car alone. Quite frankly, he's not actually been that bad this year, Maldonado, in the grand scheme of things.
Car's been so slow he hasn't been able to share the same track as anyone to crash into it.
Oh, Bottas sets the fastest lap. Hello.
Ooh.
Game on.
Did anybody set Bottas for fastest lap? Damn, there goes my 5 points.
Did Ericsson just pit again?
I think he
I believe
did.
He has.
Yeah.
Is he going for fastest lap?
Why the hell not, you know?
IGP strategy.
The old days.
I wouldn't do such a thing.
Jonas, not even you were that hipster in your IGP days.
Yes, you was. You didn't race for 3 seasons. Oh, I did.
I did two with Jack, or Jonas, I should say. Yeah. Jonas was good. I was just faster than him.
Yeah, you're cheaty little Italian guy. Don't know his name anymore.
Vincenzo, I am a big fan of Italian gelato, frozen desserts, and Toro.
That's up to 4th place in the championship. I've got Patel and Alonso.
Does your fan support switch every 10 minutes, buddy? Oh, of course you do.
Williams.
Yeah. I didn't see a single cheer for Bottas last season.
I don't actually be up and proud and cheering about us.
Yeah. Get on that bandwagon, innit?
I don't have to be cheering like, oh yeah, my team scored 2 points this year. I'm going to be actively shouting about it.
Oh,
Would you?
So in other words, you're only cheering when they're good.
I wouldn't be actively shouting about it, would I?
Support is support, no?
Would you really be about being proud of it? Like, yeah, my team scored 2 points last year. Woohoo!
Live brother to brother discussion, guys.
Discussion is just Ryan being an idiot.
Right. I'm going to inform everyone, if Vettel finished as an 8th, that's his worst finish of races he's finished this year.
Christ.
It's currently 7th. He finished 7th in Hungary.
Ricardo, give Alonso the power driver.
But I don't think Vettel's been bad this race. I think he's been okay.
I think he's been fine.
I think the Red Bulls have been okay. They've been slow.
Yeah, it's just 7th and 8th was about as good as ever going to get. All
yeah,
things.
behind the McLarens, Williams, and Mercedes, that's all you're going to get.
And Fernando Alonso just being good, as he usually tends to be. You know, he's always up there, even if the car isn't that great. Alonso's, I think, has been in the top 6, like, all but one race he's actually finished this year.
Keep an eye on Massa, he won that last point.
He finished 9th in Bahrain and 7th in Belgium.
Yeah, it's the only 2 times he hasn't in the top 6 in races he's finished.
Well, Vettel's been in the top 6 of races he's finished every time apart from 1.
Yeah, but people don't talk about that because Red Bulls are still a really, really good car, apparently.
For someone who's had an awful season, that's not too bad.
Yeah, like Vettel is like, people were saying like, oh, you know, you may have seen this on my Ask FM last night, the ridiculous amount of questions I was getting regarding Hamilton, and you know the mythical pound for pound rankings that a lot of fans like to give themselves, and people saying, oh, well, Vettel's struggling when the car that's not that great. Well, is 4th in the championship really that bad? Like, Hamilton had worse when McLaren when he wasn't in the top 3 at McLaren. So it's like, is he struggling really, or is it just one of those?
Why are we seeing pictures of the FIA right now?
Because there's nothing else going on.
So say about Navigos going on. Why is Dre frozen?
I think it might be his internet, but it might be Dre himself as well.
And also you
Just
got
like-
mutes. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Have I frozen? I can't
No,
tell.
you're good. Anyway, 5 laps to go. Hamilton passes that. 0.16.
Do you think anyone's tyres are going to fall off?
No.
Don't think so. Track doesn't
Hold on.
wear the
I
tires.
think they'll hold on for now. And if it does, that's just become one of the most boring races this year.
Yeah. I have my only weekend off at work and I have to watch this.
I think the
There
most
hasn't
entertaining part was lap 1.
There hasn't even been a tiny incident with a front wing flap going off or something. The most exciting part was when Suttle got spun around.
Oh, there goes Dre. Hopefully he'll come back in. We are still live as well.
Yeah,
Hi.
I think so.
We're taking over Dre's
We're
channel.
taking over.
Yeah.
But just to think, back when we had Bridgestone, this was every single race. We had this. I still prefer the Pirelli
Yeah.
days to...
Pirelli is just shit at making tires, which makes it interesting to see how bad they fall off.
I feel bad for Pirelli when this is what they've been told to do. And
Yeah.
people give them so much hate.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. If they were allowed to properly test,
Yeah.
they would get it right. You can't expect anyone, no matter how much money and computer tech that they have, to provide something to work just out of the box. You need to have track testing time.
It's the same as with the engines. If
Yeah.
you can't test the engines properly, you're gonna get a lot of retirements in the first few races
Am
with a new
I the
engine.
only one who was shocked that they're not allowed to upgrade the engines over the season?
I thought they're going to try and do that. It's only
They're
Mercedes.
going to try and do it, but they're not allowed to do it at the moment.
Yeah, it's Mercedes opposing to do it at the moment for the engine freeze. They're the only team opposing it, which is ridiculous, really.
I was shocked with the amount of engines given for a season, as it were new engines, which were gonna break down anyway.
Stop showing Bernie, thank you.
We know he's old. Go on.
Is there any man there which doesn't have grey hair or is bald?
Now, what is Dre? Let's check Twitter quick, see what's up with him.
On Twitter, you can see a picture of Dre with his modem smashed up next to him.
His laptop got the blue string.
Blue screen.
Ah, shit. So, he's gonna have to be quick.
Are we still live on his channel still?
I have no idea. I'll go check it out as well.
I don't know if it's on his channel.
Apparently he is. Yeah, we are still live on Dre's channel.
Is this this is an 18 plus
Yep.
chat?
So yeah, if you're wondering why Dre's guys, he's got a blue screen, so hopefully we'll see him back here soon. Again, no idea. For now, us four are taking over his channel.
With 3 laps remaining in the race.
There's it's good. Sorry, I saw Gutierrez going slow. He's just being lapped.
Does anyone want to predict who's going to win?
Not that it matters now anyway. He's well outside the points.
Does anyone want to predict the race winner?
I think it's signed, sealed, and delivered, really.
I think everything is sort of frozen now. Even Ricardo won't pass Alonso, I think.
Just take each other out. That'll be more fun.
No, that will move Vettel up. Don't do that. That'll make Dre too happy.
Bottas is too far behind to catch up to Rosberg now. Should have pushed it out earlier.
What the hell has happened to Raikkonen?
Wow, where is he at the moment?
He's behind Seb, he's in 9th.
Well, again, Ferrari has had the best of seasons. Only Alonso's been pointing out the results.
But
Ericsson, get out of the way.
if you watched Raikkonen from 05 to 07, his speed is he was ridiculous.
He still thinks he's in a rally car.
He must be.
Probably,
He's past his prime. He has passed his prime now. Raikkonen's 11th in the championship.
I think it's also with the car. If he's not comfortable in his car, he's not good. And he loses sort of his morale.
He's still not happy with the brakes, is he? Especially on the front end.